Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. It's Aaron here once more again, and I have for you my very first loot haul of the new year in 2025 for the month of January. This right here is everything I was able to acquire this past month, and without further ado, let's dive right in with everything I acquired this past month. And we're back and starting the first loot haul of the new year. Of the first thing that I got, it's a model kit, and it is the Shenlong from Mobile Gundam Wing. This right here is one of the revives of the Gundam Wing group. This right here is Wu Fei's Gundam, well, the earlier one before he replaced it later down the line with the Ultron. But I am happy to get this. It actually now completes, well, the other model you will see in a bit. This actually completes the Gundam Wing team for me. Now that I have the Shenlong, I also have previously the Wing Gundam, Heavy Arms, and Sandrock. So the only ones I was missing was the Shenlong himself and deathscythe. And as you already seen by my tone in my previous statement just a moment ago, I do have deathscythe as well, and we'll see him in a moment. But overall, this right here is one of my favorite model kits of all time, besides the fact that it's a dragon-shaped Gundam, where it's basically dragon arm, basically launching flame sword. It's truly one of my favorites. Overall, pretty nice model kit. Design-wise for this is actually pretty great. You can see right here, disposability. This is on the upgrade side for almost all high-grade model kits, which is a good thing too, because I have built a lot of the older Wing high grades, and let me tell you, as someone who's built the older ones, they really did need rev, so I'm just happy Bandai finally got around to doing the rest of them. Granted, some of them got real grades, which I was annoyed about because I kind of wanted everybody to have high grades, and yeah, get real grades as well of them as well, but beggars can't be choosers. I'll get that real grade Epion one day. And the real grade Talgies. 3. No, all of them. I'll get the real grade Talgies one day. If not, I'll just get the one Talgies with all the conversions so you can swap them out. We'll see about that. Though I will say for the Epion, I do have the Master Grade Epion. So I'm not gonna be too sad because I at least do have one Epion. So that's the Shenlong. Let's go with the other of the final of the Gundam Wing team. The deathscythe. The God of Death. Dual Maxwell's Gundam. Over one of my favorite machines of all time. Stealth unit, pretty awesome. Truly one of the favorites. And I do find it funny, one of the ones that got censored, and if I remember correctly, it was a news story, it got removed out of toy shelves just because it had the worst deaths. Was it deaths or deathscythe in it? It was funny. It's the same thing they had with G Gundam, where they had God Gundam censored to Burning Gundam. Really dumb back then, back in early 2000s, but overall, I'm really glad this also got a revive as well. Though I do hate that Bandai eventually got out with the deathscythe Hell, which is a P Bandai, which annoyed me. Maybe one day we'll get that. I'm not too sure if I will or not. Just having the regular deathscythe is fine. I do have the Gundam Universe version of this, which is funny, because I just think I was going to get my hands on the high grade of it. Only for it to, I guess, later down the line, get my hands on it, as it is in my hands right now. So, hey, I now have one figure of deathscythe, and now I have one model kit of deathscythe, so that's always great. And look at the box art, truly great. I really do love these box arts. Which I kind of hate, like now, Bandai's kind of no longer doing these pose action box arts now with a lot of them. Or mainly on the real grades, because a lot of the real grades have been kind of downers. Like, legit, look at these box arts. They're just beautiful. Isn't that great? Dynamic poses and box arts. This is why for a lot of my walls, a lot of the boxes that I kind of repurpose, I kind of just cut out and just basically just have walls of basically just of the box art, which is always great. It's usability, and also you get your own wallpaper. Except for the wallpaper being wallpaper, it's basically just Gundam box arts. So going with the Gundam model kits that I have acquired, we also have figures. Starting off with another amiibo to the collection. It is the man himself. It is Cloud Strife from Final Fantasy VII for the Super Smash Bros. Figures. This right here is another amiibo to my collection, and I know one of my buddies is gonna be mad at me getting this because he's a huge Final Fantasy fan. I won't say he's gonna tell me it's like I don't deserve it. It just says like, man, you're lucky to get this, because I know a lot lately amiibos have been like kind of going on. I won't say extinct, but it's been hard finding some other amiibo. So the fact that I was able to get this, it was actually pretty great. Like, look at this Cloud looking pretty nice, even with the plastic one kind of blocking and whatnot. He still looks pretty nice. Like, all the detail work for this all pretty great. He looks super awesome and cool. Which is kind of funny. We're talking about dude with giant sword with spiky hair. Kind of reminds you of a certain future kid in the post-apocalyptic world. I'm talking about Future Trunks, because what's called Spiky Giant Sword. But just went and talking about the Super Saiyans and everything else. The final figure of this loot haul for the start of the new year. It's one I've been wanting to get back because I lost this back when I was a kid. I finally got my hands on. Dun 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 dun. It is Super Saiyan Gogeta from Dragon Ball Z's Fusion Reborn. This right here is basically him posing as the final attack after he defeats Janemba. So right here is a little bit of the side art here, because apparently, at least from this box, I have no clue if this is not or whatnot, but apparently it is a multiple figure set. So you get this Super Saiyan Gogeta, and then you get Janemba, and just pulls them out fighting. At least that's what I think this box art actually shows. Because I do know this one's another Ban Presto figures, as I have revealed them before. What's it called? You can see right there. As I've reviewed Ban Presto. Well, no. I reviewed one Ban Presto. What's it called? And that was the Tsunade one. I do have more Ban Presto figures that I actually will do reviews on later down the line. But what's it called? So, and I know sometimes on the Ban Presto figures, they usually have... Sometimes if there's like characters fighting, they usually have them in like packs, either in 2-for-1, or you buy them both and then do like scene poses, which this Gogeta is doing that, the final attack. For those who want to know, the original Gogeta figure I used to have back when I was a kid, it was just more regular standard pose. What I mean by that, I'm going to show Goku here, just because it's called. I'm going to show you the pose. Basically, the Gogeta figure I used to have was basically just this in the standard pose. But he was a statue figure. He wasn't basically a posable figure. Just a statue figure posed like this. And that was basically how Gogeta was, of the figure I had. Just to give you guys a little bit of representation of what I used to have. But I lost that years ago because I used to move a lot, which was a sad thing. Because I used to have a whole lot more stuff. But, you know, moving and whatnot, you lose stuff, which is always sad. At home much stuff. I might do a rant in a later video about the things I've lost during moving, but one of the things I hated that I lost was this figure as well, because I was a big Dragon Ball fan back when I was a kid. I still am now. I'm more of a fan now. After years and whatnot, that's another rant tangent. I'll go on another video about that. But I'm just glad I finally got another one of this. And yeah, I know what you're gonna say. Take us me, don't you have other Gogeta figures? That is true. I have Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta, which we did a review back then, and I do have Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta that I did in the previous figure loot haul, I think a couple months ago. But hey, now we got the original from Fusion Reborn, which was one of my favorite movies, not gonna lie, especially back as a kid. I think that movie was a DVD I also had that I watched over and over that sadly I also lost as well, so maybe in the future I'll try to find myself another DVD of Fusion Reborn, because I like to keep physical media. And I do have some older Dragon Ball stuff as well. A lot of them the GT ones, which actually I recently found a lot of my older Dragon Ball GT DVDs, which I forgot they used to part them in like half seasons, like a couple episodes each, which was weird. But that was back then, years ago. But yeah, that is it right there for the for this loot haul for the new year. Pretty great loot haul. We got 2 figures, an amiibo with Cloud Strife. We have a statue of Gogeta and from Super Saiyan Fusion Reborn. And we got 2 model kits right here with it being Shenlong and deathscythe. And overall, I think that's pretty great loot haul, not gonna lie. Now I'm trying to make sure I get everybody into the picture and whatnot. But that it is it for the this figure loot haul, folks. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did like it, please consider leaving a like, comment, share, and subscribe, as I always do appreciate it, folks. And as always, have a nice day. This is Power signing out, and I'll see you guys on the next one.